Let me make sure we're good here. Camera's good. Send this out. I'm outside, so if there's cars coming by, I apologize. It could get loud. We'll see if some people show up today. I said last week that, people might not show up to the stream, but they'll catch up afterwards. That seemed to be the case with last week's live stream. I have no problem with that whatsoever. But this is the Hype Me Up pregame show. And ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that are either tuning in or tuning in afterwards, there is no hype for this game whatsoever. If you follow me on Twitter, I've been going absolutely crazy on Twitter this week, saying that the Miami Dolphins season is over. I'm throwing in the towel. The playoffs don't matter. And I've been an absolute emotional wreck when it comes to the Miami Dolphins. And it's kind of the reason why I had to skip out on the preview this week, because I don't value this game much. I don't know why, but this game doesn't mean as much to me as others in the community, in the Dolphins community. The Dolphins had their chances to make the playoffs. Week 15 against Buffalo, 3rd and 1. You throw the ball instead of run the ball, and more than likely you could possibly score a touchdown and chunk down more time. Last week, you're up 20-10 against the Green Bay Packers, and you lose the game. 2 or 3 interceptions in the fourth quarter. Granted, he was probably playing with a concussion, but that's just unacceptable. That's unacceptable right there, man. And those 2 games were your season. The game at Buffalo, which you had a chance and you blew it. Then last week against Green Bay, you had the lead and you blew it. So I don't value this game against the Patriots much today. If you just read the injury report, it's not looking good for the Dolphins. And I know we'll go over this right now. I know the Patriots have some players on the injury report as well that's not playing. But the Dolphins, I mean, we're talking key players. We're talking key players for the Miami Dolphins that aren't playing in this game. And I don't think they're going to get it done today. I really don't. Your inactives for the Miami Dolphins: Tua Tagovailoa, Bradley Chubb, Eric Ezukama, which is weekly, Xavier Howard, Teron Armstead, and Eric Fisher. But we're going to focus on 3, okay? Because we knew all week that Tua wasn't playing. We knew that going into the game that Tua had a concussion and Tua wasn't going to play. Personally, if it was up to me, I said it on Tuesday, I'm not playing Tua for the rest of the season because this season's a lost cause, man. The season's over. It's a lost cause. But now the Dolphins are going in there without just not any players. They're missing key players on the field today. Bradley Chubb hasn't made much of an impact this season, but he is good at getting pressure. And Jalen Phillips has gotten, if you've realized, Jalen Phillips has gotten better with Bradley Chubb there. And it's not by coincidence. It's not by coincidence that all of a sudden I was waiting for that car to go by, bro. I had to wait for that car to go by. That was extremely loud. But um, now I lost my train of thought. Jalen Phillips, there we go. It's not by coincidence that all of a sudden, Bradley Chubb's there, and Jalen Phillips all of a sudden got better. Bradley Chubb being there makes Jalen Phillips a better football player. And now Bradley Chubb's not there. We don't know the impact. We don't know how that could impact Jalen Phillips. So Bradley Chubb's not there, and the Dolphins don't get pressure with Bradley Chubb. So I don't think they're going to get pressure at all against Mac Jones today. I don't. Xavier Howard, listen. Xavier Howard has let me down this season. He's let me down big time this season, and he's only got one interception. We've not seen the 2020 Xavier Howard, but his presence is big out there, locking down the top corners if he's able to, and now we have to rely on Kader Kohu, Keon Crossan, and Noah Igbenogany as our top three corners. Folks, it's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. We haven't even gotten to the big one, which is Teron Armstead, in my opinion. I think Jacoby Myers is going to have a really good game. He might have over 100 yards. I think Hunter Henry's going to have a solid game. Eric Rowe's not that great. And personally, I think Mac Jones is going to have his best game of the season. You have to have a good situation for Mac Jones. Mac Jones has to have the perfect situation to have himself a good game. And he's got no Xavier Howard. So the Dolphins secondary is a bunch of scrubs out there covering Jacoby Myers, Kendrick Bourne, Nelson Aguilar. I think those guys are going to have a great game today. I think Mac Jones is going to put up great numbers. I'm just speaking the truth as a Dolphins fan. I think Mac Jones is going to put up great numbers today. I'm going to say he's going to have 315 passing yards and 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. I think Mac Jones will have his best game of the season today against this banged-up, terrible Dolphins secondary with no Xavier Howard and no Bradley Chubb. And then let's go to the offensive side. Teron Armstead is not playing. So Armstead now hasn't played games against the Jets, the Vikings, the 49ers, and now the Patriots. And what many people, not myself, but many people are calling this the biggest game of the season, we're missing our left tackle. And now we have Greg Little out there because Eric Fisher's not even playing. We have Greg Little and Brandon Shell trying to stop Matthew Judon and Josh Uche. Good luck with that, man. Good luck with that. I fear for Teddy Bridgewater today. This offensive line, Little, Robert Jones, Connor Williams, who's been great all season, Robert Hunt, and Brandon Shell, trying to stop the Patriots' defensive line, which is one of the best in the NFL. Good luck stopping that, man. That is going to be a force to reckon with, and then people want to try to say, the Patriots have the same fair share amount of injuries as the Dolphins do. They're just missing a couple corners. Let me actually go read the Patriots inactives today. They're missing some corners, but I really don't think that's going to matter. And I'll explain why in a little bit. Let's see. Patriots inactives. Marcus Jones, Jalen Mills, Sean Wade, and Jack Jones all aren't playing today. And then Jonnu Smith, Devontae Parker, Kevin Harris, and Sam Roberts aren't playing today. So two guys on the offensive side of the ball, and four corners. So the Patriots' top corners today are their top corner, Jonathan Jones, and and uh, Miles Bryant. But I don't think that's going to matter today. I don't think that's going to matter today because I think the Patriots are going to get a lot of pressure on Bridgewater, and Bridgewater's a statue back there, and he's not going to have enough time to get the ball to Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. Now, if God forbid he does have enough time and he's able to, that'd be awesome. That would be awesome. But I legit don't think that Bridgewater, with the Patriots banged up secondary, I don't think the Dolphins are going to move the ball today. And I'm just being realistic. Telling the truth, I don't think the Dolphins are going to be able to move the ball today. And if they prove me wrong, I'll come on the post-game recap video and I'll do a huge apology. But I don't think this is a good situation for the Dolphins at all. And looking back on it, looking at this game, I think the Patriots are going to crush the Dolphins. I really do. I think the Patriots, they're home. The Dolphins have no momentum right now. 4-game losing streak. The team probably barely has confidence. You know, a losing streak like this could damage a team's confidence. I've been there before. So, when I have a team on a losing streak, the team loses confidence. I've been there myself. And I don't think the Dolphins have confidence anymore. And it's going to affect them going into the rest of the season and ultimately, unfortunately, missing the playoffs. So, what do I have today being the final? I don't pick final scores, but usually I don't do final scores, but I just don't care about this game. I'm going to say Patriots win 31-13. I think. You still got Cheetah and Waddle. Yeah, but if our offensive line can't protect Bridgewater, then what's the point? What's the point of having Tyreek and Waddle if our offensive line cannot protect Teddy Bridgewater, which I don't think is going to be the case. So I'm going to say Patriots win 31-13 over the Miami Dolphins. Let's go over some other Week 17 games really quickly. Some rapid-fire predictions before we get the game going. Kickoffs in 20 minutes. Cardinals-Falcons. I'm going to go with the Falcons. Bears-Lions. Give me the Detroit Lions. Jacksonville and the Texans. I'm going with Jacksonville. I'm going to that game next week. I'm going to Titans-Jaguars next week for the AFC South, which I'm pretty excited. I'm going up with my buddy who's a Titans fan, so I'm going up to Jacksonville to cheer for the Titans next week. So that should be fun. Broncos-Chiefs. I'm going with the Chiefs. Colts-Giants. I mean, if you watch Monday Night Football, Nick Foles cannot move the ball at all. The Giants win an in scenario. I got the Giants winning. Saints-Eagles. I think that the Saints are actually going to give them a good game, but the Eagles are going to win. Panthers-Buccaneers. I like the Panthers. I really do. Browns-Commanders. I like the Browns. 49ers-Raiders. Derek Carr benched for the rest of the season. I'm going with Brock Purdy and the 49ers. Jets-Seahawks. This is a tough game to pick. And I think Mike White is going to have a good game. I think Mike White is going to ball out today. Because if you remember, the first time he came in against the Bears, very bad defense. Put up like 300 passing yards, a couple touchdown passes, and they destroyed the Bears. I don't think they're going to destroy the Seahawks, but I do think Mike White's going to have a good game, and I think he's just going to outperform Geno Smith. So give me the Jets over the Seahawks. Um, Give me the Packers over the Vikings, the Chargers over the Rams, the Ravens over the Steelers on Sunday Night Football, and tomorrow night, Monday Night Football. Should be a great game, man. Bills, Bengals. Give me Buffalo. I think Buffalo's going to win the game. Let's read these comments. True. Haven't been able to get the ball downfield in time gives in. I don't know, man. It all depends. It all depends. Uh, Teddy Two Gloves is not very helpful. Yeah, I agree. Um, I wasn't impressed the first time he was out there. He gave us a chance to win, but he was dreadful in that third quarter against the Minnesota Vikings, man. And if you watch his interviews throughout the whole week, he talks like he doesn't even want to be here. He talks like he doesn't give a shit, and that's what his voice comes off to me. So I don't know, man. I'm getting out of here. I have no confidence in this game whatsoever, but who knows? Maybe I'll be wrong. We could get out if we could get out of Fox. If we could go into Foxborough and beat the Patriots with Teddy Bridgewater as quarterback, no Teron Armstead, no Xavier Howard, and no Bradley Chubb, it'll be the best win of the season for the Miami Dolphins. The best win on the season. And the Patriots, a couple stats before I get out of here. The Patriots are 0-5 against teams above 500. I think that ends today. And they're 7-0 against bottom-tier quarterbacks or backup quarterbacks. So all the quarterbacks they've beaten this season have been either bad quarterbacks or backups. And I'll actually read you the teams they've beaten this season and the quarterbacks on those teams. Pats fans are chanting Zappy before the game. Might be a mess in the locker room, too. I don't know. I think Mac Jones is going to have a good game today, but we'll see. Let's go over these quarterbacks the Patriots have beaten this season. Mitch Trubisky, backup. Jared Goff, it's probably the best QB they've beaten all season. Jacoby Brissett, backup. Zach Wilson, trash. Sam Ellinger, backup. Zach Wilson again, trash. And Colt McCoy. Those are the quarterbacks they've beaten this season. And Teddy Bridgewater fits right along that list. So we'll see. But thank you for the guys who tuned in, and for the people who tuned in after the live stream. I'm out of here. Go Dolphins. Fins up. And hopefully we can get this win. I'll see you for the post-game recap video later tonight.